Okay, Boker Tov, and we're on Daf Samach Amud Beis.
Daf
Samach Amud Beis.
Samach Amud Beis.
Okay, it suffers because I'm not having enough time. Okay, it still doesn't go. Hope it'll stay on. Okay.
Okay.
So the Mishnah had a case of a suffix mukhlat and a suffix tameh. We said 60 has to do 120 days altogether, 3-4 units. First get rid of the suffix mitzorah, then get rid of the suffix tumah. So now the Gemara has other variations. So here's a case of a tameh suffix and a mukhlat vadai. He knows for sure that he's tameh mace. He accepted upon himself in the zeros, and he became tameh mace for sure. He's a tameh suffix, right? But that's a suffix tameh, right? And a mukhlat vadai. That for sure is a mitzorah.
Right. He's a Matzorah, but maybe.
Maybe he's tameh mace also. We had the case so far, yeah, right. So far we had the case both of them were a suffix. The Mishnah had a case both of them were a suffix. Now the Gemara is going to say what's the case, and the Mishnah said, what did this get? The Mishnah said that he's allowed to cut him after 60 days. Good morning. And he's allowed to cut his hair. It means he's allowed to not cut his hair. He's allowed to drink wine. Tamil Mesim after 120 days. That was the Mishnah's case. You have to first get rid of the suffix mitzorah, then you have to get rid of the suffix tameh, and each time he's not allowed to cut his hair before 30 days because maybe he's tohor. Altogether, he had 120 days. This case is going to be where he's tameh suffix, but he's a mukhlat vada. He's definitely a mitzorah. So here it's going to say that things get sped up a little bit. He doesn't have to have so much time. And here it says, "Ochel b'kashim lach shmona yamim, v'shosiyanim v'tamal lemesim lach hashishim v'shiva yamim." It doesn't tell you, it doesn't spell it out for you. It tells you the facts. It doesn't explain why. So we'll do that. It says he gets out of his mitzorah problem. There's ladi kachim. The way it says ochel b'kachim means that he's not anymore mechosek kippurim. The only thing holding him back from eating kachim is going to be that he's mitzorah. That mitzorah is not allowed to, even after he gets out of his days, he has to bring korbanos. Right. So a tameh, of course, he has to get out of his tumah in order to eat korbanos, but there's no in order to eat kachim. But he doesn't have to bring any korbanos. So yeah.
Sir, how far did you read to?
He
drinks.
Yeah. He's allowed to eat kachim means he gets out of his mitzorah issue after 8 days. And he's allowed to drink wine and after 67 days.
67 days.
And that goes until here. Let's make a period over here.
I see. Okay.
So how do we understand this? Because he's allowed to take a haircut right away. The case in the Mishnah was he wasn't sure if he's a mitzorah, he wasn't sure if he's tameh, so he came to take a haircut. We tell him stop. Maybe everything's fine. Maybe you're a Nazir. You can't take a haircut. So you have to wait 30 days to take a haircut. Then he wants to take a second haircut after 7 days. We say no. Maybe you're a tor. You were tameh and now you're tor. You have to wait 30. Each time we push him off 30 days. But over here he's a mitzorah vadai. So the first 2 haircuts he doesn't have anything holding him back. He takes a haircut day 1. He waits 7 days. He takes a haircut. The haircut number 3 because he's about mitzorah. He's about mitzorah.
So Nazir was going to push up the
right. It's also a rush over there to say that it's I think lachas mitzvah is dope. So he's allowed to bring his korban ready on the 8th day. Because the beginning is a mitzorah vadai, takes a haircut, waits 7 days, takes a haircut again, and he's kachim on the 8th day. He brings korbanos on the 8th day and he's kachim. But when does he get out of his naziros? Then he's Shosiyanim, he has to now wait another 60 days. Why is that? Because he's a suffix tameh. That was the case, tameh suffix. So he has to wait to get out of his naziros tameh. To have a naziros tameh, he has to wait 30 days. Why 30 days? If it really would be enough 7 days. If he's tameh vadai, we tell him 7 days. But he's a suffix tameh, so he can't take a haircut after 7 days because maybe a tor. So he has to wait 30 days. Then we tell him, okay, now maybe you were tameh, so you have to wait. That was the naziros tameh, and I have to wait another 30 days. So you have to wait. Have 67 days in order to be able to get out of also naziros.
67 plus this first 30?
No. He did 7. He did 7, 30, 30. He only did 7 in the beginning because he's a mitzorah vadai. So he did 7, and then another 30 for his naziros, suffix naziros tameh, and then another 30 for his naziros tara. So he has 67. Next case. We'll have 3 cases altogether. And now go.
Yes, because it needs 30 days to grow his hair again.
It needs 30 days of Nazir's time. For the Nazir's tummy, it'll be enough 7 days. 7 days of hair growth will be enough for his Nazir's tummy, but for the Nazir's tummy, he needs 30 days. So since he's a suffix tummy, he's a tummy suffix, it says over there. So if he comes to cut his hair after 7 days and say that was for my Nazir's tummy, we say maybe you're not tummy, maybe you're Nazir Torah. You can't cut your hair within 30 days. So he has to wait 30 days. Then when he cuts his hair, he says, I'm finished. He says, no, we say, no, maybe that was your Nazir's tummy. You have to do another 30 days for your Nazir's tummy. So altogether, he does 67 days. 7, 30, and 30. You got the case of the suffix tummy? He's a suffix tummy. He's a suffix tummy mace. So if you be a Vade tummy mace, so we tell him you take your haircut after 7 days. That's what the pasuk says. Get out of your tummy.
Like all 7.
Get out of his
Tummy
tumor.
Right.
Oh, tummy.
And then he's gonna cut his hair on the 7th day and start again. But here he's a suffix tummy, so we can't tell him to cut his hair after 7 days. Maybe you're Nazir Torah. You're not allowed to cut your hair within 30 days. So he has to wait 7 days. It's 30 days. And then he cuts his hair. We say, very nice. Maybe that was for the Nazir's tummy. And now you have to do your Nazir's Torah another 30 days. So that was the 67 days. The next case now is Mukhlat Safik, the Tummy Vada. This is the second case. He's a short Tummy, but he's a Safik Mitzorah.
And suffix Mr. Then he can't cut.
So he can't cut
It's
his.
not going to override.
Right. He can't override. So now he wants to take a haircut right away, but he's a Tummy Vada. A Tummy Vada is supposed to cut his hair. That's the Nazir's Tummy. So he comes to cut his hair right away on the first day. We tell him, no, maybe you're not a Mitzorah, you can't cut your hair. So he waits 7 days. And then he's Vada tummy. He did the sprinkling of the ashes on the 3rd and 7th day, goes to the mikvah. So now, okay, you're definitely a Nazir tummy. So you can cut your hair after 7 days.
Yeah.
So he waits 7 days and cuts his hair. And now, he wants to start his zero star. We say, no, maybe you're Mitzorah. You have to get rid of your Mitzorah. You have to get rid of your Safek Mitzorah.
Oh.
So you have to cut your hair a second time. Usually, a Mitzorah can cut his hair after 7 days.
A Mitzorah can cut his hair after 7 days.
Right, that's what a Mitzorah does. The
Yeah.
Mitzorah, he cuts his hair once, waits 7 days, cuts his hair a second time. He's outside the
That's
machzor.
right. Doesn't he shave his whole body?
Yeah. We
Okay.
say, but a Mitzorah, we say shaving the whole body, but the other ones are just shaving the head.
Okay.
So he cannot take hair again. This person, a mukhlat safik tummy vada. So he can't cut his hair right away because maybe he's not a Mitzorah. But he could cut his hair after 7 days because he definitely was tummy. Now, could he eat kachim? Did he finish his Mitzorah yet? No, he only did one haircut. So he has to do another haircut now, a second haircut of the Mitzorah. But could he do the second haircut after 7 days? No, because maybe he's not a Mitzorah. So in order to take the second haircut, he has to wait 30 days. Then he takes the second haircut.
So, and you already had 7 days to get out of the tumor.
Right.
So it's going to be 37.
So 37, that's what I was going to say, that he's
Okay.
allowed to eat kachim after 37 days. He's allowed to eat kachim, means he got out of his Mitzorah problem after 37 days. It took him 37 days to do the 2 haircuts. He had to wait 7 days in order to do the first haircut, then he had to wait another 30 days to do the second haircut. Now he finished his Mitzorah problem. Now he wants to get out of his Naziros.
Yeah, these 4 words is like a buzzword for being out of your Naziris. That
Which
he can
one?
drink wine
Right.
and he can matami
Right.
kamesi means he's not a
Right.
Nazir.
Right, that's when he finishes his Naziros. Now he's officially finishes his Naziros.
Yeah, okay.
So how long is it going to take to do that? It shows he has to have 74 days altogether to get out of his own Naziros. Why is that? Because after he got out of his Mitzorah, what does he have to do now? Maybe he wasn't
He
Mitzorah.
did 7 and he did 30.
He did 7 and 30.
Yeah.
That's very nice. But if he was really a Mitzorah, then he didn't get out of his tumah yet. He didn't get out of his tumah smace. So he has to do another 7 for his tumah smace, and then another 30 for his Nazir Tara. So he did 7, 30, 7, 30. He did 7 in the beginning for his tumah smace, which he was a tumah vadai. And if he wouldn't be a Mitzorah, that would be good for his tumah. Then he wants to do a second haircut. He has to wait 30 days because maybe he's not a Mitzorah. So he did 2 haircuts. That was the beginning. Now he surely got out of his Mitzorah. But if he was a Mitzorah, then he didn't start getting out of his Tumas Meis yet. He has to wait another 7 days to cut his hair. And then he has to do another 30 days to get out of to finish his Nazirus Tara. That's what it says, that he can eat kachim after 37. He can't get out of his old Nazirus. He can't drink wine and Temel Mason until 74. 74 is the 37, and the 37 is the 74. 730, 730.
I see.
The next case is Tamei Vadai and Muchlat Vadai. He had no fakers. He was a Nazir that definitely became Tamei, definitely was a Mitzvah. Everything's definite.
Mhm.
So what would we say? That he's definitely Mitzvah. So right away he takes a haircut. And waits 7 days, takes a second haircut. So he got out of his Mitzvah. Then he waits 7 days for his Tumah and takes a haircut for his Tumah. Then he does 30 days for his Nazirus. So it's 7, 7, and 30. That's 44. And when can he get out? When did he get out of his Mitzvah? Right away, because he definitely did a haircut. Waited 7 days, then they get a haircut again. That's what it says. He can get out of his Mitzvah problem on the 8th day because he did right away the first day, and the 7th day he took a haircut. And then when does he get out of his whole Nazirus? For Shos Yom, 44. How do you get 44? Because 7 and 30. 7, 7, and 30. And
Pokemon was backwards.
why is that?
This should have been the first case, and then.
You want to have, because the Vada, first the Vada
Yeah,
case.
yeah.
And Amish will be the last case.
Yeah.
The Mish will be both fakers. Amish,
Oh.
that's the case. He doesn't know, Tommy doesn't know that
Uh-huh.
he's, the Mish is the most complicated one,
Yeah.
the longest one.
Yeah.
It gets 120 days, 60 and 120. Nice.
And we weren't in it. And
Uh-huh, First tell the simple, first build out on the simple, and the two Vadas. This should have been the first case, and then it should be the case of the, I don't know.
The Mishnah, because the Mishnah.
The Mishnah, why? The Mishnah, I guess the Mishnah told you the most complicated case to give you, if you got that case, you got everything. And then
It'd be
the,
Chazorah. If you do that, you've already had
You got
the
everything.
other
You
one.
have to
By
do
the
all
time you
that.
get to the last one, it's all Chazorah.
so altogether, the numbers that we had to have would be 44 for two Vada, the minimum would be 44 for everything was Vada, 7, 7, and 30. And then the case, if he was definite Mitzvah, but a suffix Tameh, it'll be 67. Over there is going to be 7 and 30 and 30. Next case will be if he's definitely a Tameh, but a suffix Mitzvah, then it's 74. And that's 730, 730. And the maximum case would be if he's a suffix, then it's going to be 30, 30, 30, 30. Okay.
120.
What happened to all the sevens in that last case?
In the last case, there's no sevens because
Why
each
did
time,
the sevens?
he
The
might be a Nazir Torah and nothing else is stopping him. Each time he comes take a haircut, we tell him maybe you're Torah. Maybe this is your Nazir's Torah. Everything's a suffix. He's a suffix, Tommy suffix, and so on. So the first time he wants to take a haircut, we say, wait, maybe everything's fine. So he has to wait 30 days, takes the haircut. Then he wants to take a second haircut. 7 days later, we say, no, maybe the first one was Tommy and now you're Torah. So now you have to wait 30 days again. Then the third time he wants to take a haircut after 7 days, we say, no, maybe you were a Mitzvah and now it's a Nazirus of Tommy. Now it's a Nazirus Torah. So now you can't, you have to wait 30 days. And then on the last time, now maybe you were Mitzvah and Tommy. So everything, you were delayed each time because maybe you were Torah, but maybe you were not.
So there's 7 at the end?
Well, no, then it's going to be 30 at the end. They have 30, 30, 30, 30. That's the most extreme case. But each time, he didn't know if he's Torah or if he's a Mitzvah. He didn't know if he's Torah or if he's Tommy.
Why did it say that we have to wait for Kachi 8 days?
Because
The first day,
First day he takes a haircut.
huh?
The first day he takes a haircut. The 7th day he takes a haircut. And then the next day is Lari Kachi. That's the regular Mitzvah. Regular Mitzvah.
The first day, he takes a haircut.
That's outside in the Machna with the birds over there.
Yeah,
He takes a haircut. Comes to the Machna and he takes a haircut on the 7th day again.
so altogether, that's called the 8th day.
And
Oh,
then
and
the
the 8th
Kachim
day,
is
the day after
the after he's
that.
Lari Kachi. Then
I
he's
see,
the
you have to wait
Kabbalah.
7
He brings
days.
the Kabbalah on the next day, and then he's allowed to eat Kachim. So that's the end of that. Then we can put 2 dots over here. Shalu Talmidav. That's Rav Shem Bar Yochai. The Talmid of Rav Shem Bar Yochai asked the Rebbe. Nazir Torah u'Metzorah. Ma'u she'yigaleach. Nazir Torah u'Metzorah. Ma'u she'yigaleach tiglachas achas v'olu lo l'kan o l'kan. If there's a person who is a Nazir Torah, he did it, he was a Nazir, he had 30 days of Nazirus, he's ready to take his haircut of Nazirus. He finished his Nazirus. So it says in the Torah, when you finish the Nazir, so you bring the Karbonos and you take a haircut. So before he had a chance to do that, he became a Mitzvah.
Oh, Umitzvah, and then he became a Mitzvah.
Right. And now the Mitzvah is supposed to take a haircut. He has to take a haircut for two reasons. He has to take a haircut because he finished his Naziros. And he has to take a haircut because he's a Mitzvah that's now finished his Saras. His Saras went away. And he has to cut his hair. That's the process. He cuts his hair, and then he waits 7 days, cuts his hair a second time. So the Gemara is going to talk about the two haircuts of the Mitzvah. The first one is called that he's taking the haircut of the Tamei days. That's called Limei Chaluto. Chaluto
What's the
means
actual meaning of Chaluto?
absolute. When he was absolute Nazir. Yes, even Hesger was when he's on trial, he's in quarantine, confinement. And then he became a definite Mitzvah. He's called the Mitzvah Mukhlat. As long as that takes, as long as the next day, it's called the Mitzvah Mukhlat. When it goes away, he calls up the Kohen.
When he's Mukhlat, then for sure he has to have them Haglachat. And another
the 7 days, and then so now he calls up the Kohen and he comes back, and the Kohen comes and he did the birds, and now he's supposed to take care of this. He says, by the way, I'm also I am a Nazir. I finished my Naziris before the Saras happened. I did my Naziris successfully, but I didn't bring the Karbonos yet. And I'm supposed to take a haircut.
So it means the Nazir is after his Naziris?
He did his Naziris. He did his Naziris successfully, but he didn't bring, but he didn't take it in. He cut his hair of that Naziris Tara. And now he didn't cut his hair.
He didn't cut his hair yet.
And now he has to take a haircut. He has to take a haircut for two reasons. He has two appointments for a haircut. So he'd like to do one haircut for both of them. That was the question that they asked. In Nazir Torah,
But the nature of the hair cutting is different. One is all the body, that's the Mitzvah.
okay, but all the body, but that's going to include the head also. That's true. That's true. But
Doesn't
he
confuse
cuts.
things.
That's a question. I mean, well, they asked it. I mean, the Master of Shem is their problem. That'll do this whole body shave, includes his head also. And okay, I don't know what. And then that should.
So where's the question exactly?
The question is, Nazir Torah Mitzorah, that he has to take a haircut for both reasons. Can you take one haircut that you count for both? No, can't count for both. Cannot count for both. He has to take a haircut and then wait till hair grows again, then take a haircut again. Why not? Why can't they count one for both? Or it would make sense what you're saying. If both of them would be the same, what would you call the word? The same
Purpose.
what? Same purpose. Good. But they're not the same purpose. If both of them would be in order to grow hair. In order to grow hair means you're cutting the hair in order that the following hair that's going to be growing is going to be growing a different kind of a hair. You want to get rid of that in order to be. We'll say, first he says, if both of them would be the same, then you'd be right. Or both of them would be to remove the hair. The purpose is to remove that hair. But then it would be consistent, then it will be both of them with the same kind of a haircut. Then it would make sense what you're saying. Both of them should count. One haircut can count for both. But the purpose of the Nazir cutting his hair is in order to take off the hair. Not for the hair that's going to grow now. The Mitzvah, when he's cutting his hair, the first time that Mitzvah cuts his hair is for the purpose that the hair that's going to grow now is going to be like the new hair.
For
the hair that's going to grow.
for the Mitzvah.
The Mitzvah, the time when he cuts his hair the first time, he came back. He finished. The Mitzvah went away, and he bought the birds. The Kohen bought the birds. The whole process, and then he cuts his hair and comes into the Machna. The purpose of cutting his hair is in order that the hair that's going to grow now in the next 7 days is going to be the hair growth of his countdown. He has a 7-day
hair
count.
growth of his.
What?
It was counting.
It was counting.
Okay.
So it's a different kind of a haircut. The haircut of the Mitzvah of the Nazir is to cut the hair, not that the hair that's there.
Not
I would say
something grow.
not to make something grow.
Right.
I would imagine. I don't know if this is true. But the Nazir who's cutting his hair, he's like cutting his hair to Hashem. He's giving his hair as a present to
The
Hashem.
Nazir.
I don't know if that's the mamish true. Maybe it sounds good.
Mhm.
That he's giving his hair as a present to Hashem. That's what the Nazir is doing. He makes his hair, lets his hair grow, and then the purpose of the growing is in order to give it to Hashem. He throws it in the fire under the korban. It sounds like a kind of an avodah. So if that's the pshat, maybe there's a different pshat that's similar. But the point is that he's cutting his hair in order to cut the hair, not in order that more hair should grow. But the Metzorah, the first cutting of the Metzorah is for the purpose of that the hair that's going to grow now is going to be not with that hair. With that hair we're getting rid of. That's called ligadel. It's for the purpose that's going to now grow. So it's a different nature. That's the word used before. It has a different nature. That this one is for the purpose of removing the hair, taking the hair off this hair. The other one is for the hair that's going to grow. So therefore, he says that it's not the same. It has to have a separate haircut.
That's all in Eino Megalech.
Right.
Everything you
First,
said.
right. First he said it's Eino Megalech. No, cannot be the same haircut.
Because of everything you just said.
And then they asked him why, and then he explained. Amalan iluz elegad.
No, it says Amru Lo.
Where are you holding?
Amru Lo. That
Lo-
means that they're already asking back. Those are the
What, this word lama? Amulo lama? Is that what you're holding?
Yeah.
So he said Eino Megalech. So they said why?
Oh, they said why? Amru
Yeah,
Lama.
Yes, that's why. Amalahen. He said this whole explanation. Iluz elegad, both of them would be for the purpose of the hair that's going to grow, or put an O over here. Zel havir, zel havir. Both of them are to remove the hair. So then you at the moment, then you'd have a good time that they should count both for one haircut for both. Achshav Nazir lahavir, and so legado. But now the way it is, the purpose of the Nazir haircut is to take take this hair off, and the purpose of the Metzorah is that the hair that's going to grow now. So it's not the same nature. So therefore, it's not one haircut cannot count for both. That was question number one. The next question was now.
Did you already say the Lotala?
No, I didn't say that yet. Now
Okay.
starts the next question. V'lo tala lo limei chaluto, but tala lo limei sfiro. That's the next question. That what will be the question over here? That the first haircut of the Metzorah, you're right. What's the purpose of the first haircut? Just that the hair should grow. So it's not similar. But how about the second haircut? The second haircut of the Metzorah is to take this hair after the 7-day growth. He cut his hair, he waited 7 days, he cuts his hair, he shaves his head again. Whole body, shaves his whole body. But that point seems to be that he's removing this hair. It's for the purpose of removing this hair, not in order that more hair should grow.
Which one?
The second, that's called Imei Sfiro. Imei Sfiro means that he counted 7 days, then the first one is called Imei Chaluto, the haircut that he takes after his tzaras is over. So that was in order to grow more hair. But the second haircut is in order to take off this hair, the hair that he just grew for 7 days. So that's
Just
similar
like a
to
Nazir finishing.
just like a Nazir. The Nazir is taking the hair that he grew, he's cutting the hair that he grew, and the Metzorah is also now taking the hair that he grew in the past 7 days. So both of them are similar.
How do you put that into words?
The Tal Lo Limei
The
Sfiro.
Lotala.
No, that first says we're masking. Lo Tal Lo Limei Chaluto. You explained very nicely. They tell the Rebbe that according to your explanation, it explains why the first haircut shouldn't count.
The Lotala.
So then it's
Lo
yours.
Yimei Chali.
Look at that, making like that. That's in a nice tone. Lo Tal Lo
And then
Limei
there's
Chaluto, very
question,
nice.
the Tal
But
Lo Yimei
the
Sfiro.
Tal Lo Limei Sfiro, let it the second haircut count for the Nazir also, because both of them are the same nature.
Yeah, but
Except it won't be 30
The
days.
second haircut of the Metzorah is to get rid of all the old hair. You know, even the second generation of hair, we still
It's-
want that out of here.
That's
No,
what
it's
we
not.
want with
The Nazir
Nazir
called the
too.
Nazir
I'm
also.
asking.
No, that's the same as the Nazir. The Nazir is to take off this hair. The
Second
Metzorah is to take off this hair that he grew. What the purpose is to give it to Hashem or another reason, I don't know. But that the Gemara is saying, both of them are considered that I'm cutting the hair. I want to cut off this hair.
To
The
get rid
purpose
of
of Legadel is in order to grow more hair. Not that it makes it grow faster, but the point is that I'm doing it in order that the hair that's going to be growing now should not be mixed with the old hair. I want to grow
By the
pure hair.
Metzorah.
But I'm so.
But he won't have 30 days.
So wait 30 days.
Wait 30 days and then have
You,
it count
you,
for
you
both.
only have to wait. You have to wait 7 days minimum. You wanted more days, you can wait. We have cases that you waited more than 30 days, some more than 7 days. So wait 30 days.
That's what they're at. They're
the
saying
Metzorah-
maybe you can count for the second
Right.
cutting after 30 days.
Right, wait 30 days between the two haircuts, And then the second haircut should count for the Nazir also. He was a Nazir, he did his 30 days successfully, he became a Mitzvah, and then he has to shave his hair
He gets out of
twice.
his mitzvah.
So he has to shave his hair first, that doesn't count for the Nazir. Then instead of waiting 7 days, wait 30
I said, you're gonna
days.
save 7 days. They're
You-
asking, why aren't you able to save 7 days? Hmm?
You-
21 days.
I thought it was 7.
Or 23 days,
Why
right?
not 7?
Because instead of doing
He
7,
finished his Naziris and now he's a Masorah. So he has to wait 7 days to
finish
to
his
shave
Mitzvah.
shave himself and do the whole
7
thing, and then wait
days,
7
7
days. And now, instead of waiting, and they're asking,
After you finish the second haircut, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai is gonna say, do the 2 haircuts, 7 days in between, and then do another 30 days to get here for the Nazir that you owe. He was a Nazir, but then he became a
do the
Mitzvah.
2 haircuts and then wait, and
Wait
then
another 30 days, he's gonna tell him.
wait
Why
another
is it Rav Shimon
30
Bar Yochai?
days.
Rav Shimon Bar Yochai is gonna
And
say,
they're saying, instead of doing the 2 haircuts and waiting 30 days,
2 haircuts mean the 7-day interval, and then another 30 days. You're doing
do the first
37,
haircut,
wait 30 days.
wait 7 days, and then wait another 23 days, and then you saved 7 days. So you're really saving 7 days. If you're gonna do
Okay.
1 haircut at the end, he cut his hair because he's a Nazir, and he has to
He
wait
did-
7,
he
because
did
he's a
the
Mitzvah.
Mitzvah.
And now he's gonna have to
Mm.
wait 7 days to get out of his Mitziris.
Right,
But in the meantime, he counts 30 days, because he just cut his hair. And plus that in that 30 days is the 7 days, and they're saying, why don't you just count that? And if he says no, it means he lost 7 days. Isn't that what they're talking about?
instead of
difference is gonna
doing
be
7
7
and
days.
30,
The difference will be
just do
7
30,
days, won't it?
right,
The
right?
difference will be 7 days.
Yeah, that's
Instead
what I'm
of
saying.
doing-
They're gonna save
instead of
7. The
doing
question
7
would save him 7
Right,
days.
instead of doing 7 and then 30, do just 30.
It's also gonna save him a haircut. It's also gonna save him a whole,
And save him another haircut.
a baldy haircut.
Huh?
It's gonna save him a baldy haircut.
Why,
For
what's the
infinite reason.
He had 1 instead of 2, I'm saying.
So that was the second kasha.
Okay, so that's the kasha.
Leib Yaakov pointed out that the Yisur is usually 7 days. That's not going to be good enough for the Nazir. He has to wait 30 days. So the question of the Gemara Lachor means instead of waiting 7 days, wait 30 days. And that will include, then do the second haircut. And that includes both for the second
Oh,
count
for-
of the second haircut of the Mitzvah and also for the
And
Nazir.
for the Nazir. And
I'm
you can
al-
do that. Oh,
That's the
for-
most
That's what
kasha.
they're
They asked
asking.
him.
He
He
said
said
no.
no.
But yeah,
That's maybe just to what is the word here? Nazir Lahavir. I just want to emphasize the last answer. The first answer was Nazir Lahavir Mitzvah Lagav. That's the answer. The next question was, how about you may sphere that both of them are what we call Lahavir. Both of them are not for the purpose that's why they're going to grow, but what grew already. Amalahen, Iluzel if needs because Damim, Zel if needs because Damim. At the moment, both of them have the same nature. Both of them are after their korbanos. Each one's bringing a korban. The Nazir is going to bring a korban. The regular Nazir brings a korban. Nazir is Tara, the Chatas Ola, and the Shlomim, and the Mitzvah has to bring his korbanos, 2 birds.
Zrika's
No,
dummy
the
has
Mitzvah, I forgot. The Mitzvah brings 3 korbanos, 3 animals. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Zrika's dummy here is to signify that they're both
Korbanos,
korban.
korbanos. When does he bring the korbanos? So if both of them have the same nature, that both of them are both of the haircuts are before the korban, or you can say both of them after the korban, then it will be good. Yafat Amomi would be right that they have the same nature. Ela Mitzorah, let's highlight that. Mitzorah, Lifnei Zvikas Dami. The Nazir La'achas Zvikas Dami. When does the Nazir bring his korbanos? After he brings do his haircut after the korbanos. So that's what the pasuk says. That he brings the korbanos and then he cuts his hair. The Mitzorah, his haircut is before the korbanos. Like it also says in the pasuk.
He shaves himself.
Even the second time, the first time is out of the machna. Second time we're 7 days, and he comes into the machna and he cuts his hair, and then the next day brings the korbanos. So they're not the same thing. The Morris Kasha, when they asked Hashem Bar Yochai, they said, let him, the Nazir, let him, what do we want over here?
We want him to cut his hair.
So, let the Nazir bring his korbanos and then take the haircut and then bring the korbanos of the Mitzvah after. The korbanos of each one are supposed to be in different times. The Nazir's korbanos is supposed to be before the haircut. So bring korbanos and then take the haircut, and then after the haircut, bring the korbanos of the mitzvah. That was
That's
what
their
they
kind
asked.
of the question.
And he said that's different. There's a different nature. The fact that one of the haircuts is after the korbanos, one of the haircuts is before the korbanos, that shows that they're different nature. So you can't use the same haircut for both. That was his answer to them. Question number 3. Hello, Talo, made Sarato and Aziruso. So we understand. Talmudim say we understand that it doesn't help the 2 questions that we asked about the Nazirus with the korban, with the first haircut of the Mitzorah, second haircut of the Mitzorah. But the next question comes now. Itale lo he made Sarato the Tomaso. How about a Nazir Tame? Till now we spoke about a Nazir Torah that did his Nazirus successfully. And the question was how he's going to take the haircut together with the Mitzorah haircut. That was what he answered so far. But this 3rd question is now, how about a Nazir Tame? A Nazir Tame and haircut, that has to take a haircut. And the Mitzorah, why can't they count the same haircut? Why can't the same haircut count for the Tzaras?
So it doesn't have a carbon.
What do you mean?
Just explaining. Before you said there's an issue of the carbon before, because you have to, but here there's no carbon, so it should work.
Where's the no carbon?
But it's on local. It's just the birds.
The bird procedure.
You talking about the first one. You want to say the Gemara talking about the first one. It doesn't. The Gemara doesn't explain, but you're probably right. And you talk about the second one also.
3 animals. So it's 300.
Yes.
And then afterwards there's the bird.
No, the birds is the first thing. The birds is the first thing. No, you're right, I think, but the Gemara doesn't specify. The Gemara doesn't say which Saras we're talking about.
I just assumed we're talking about the first of each, but maybe I'm wrong.
Everything's good?
I'm a little confused. There's the bird.
Which carbon we don't know? The birds is not a carbon. The birds is what the process he does before he starts the whole thing. But he calls up the Kohen, then he says that the Saras went away, the Kohen comes, and he says the Saras went away, and he brings these 2 birds. It's not a carbon.
It's outside.
It's outside the Machna.
And he's still.
But
he's
now
still
we're
gonna
talking
be-
about-
he's still 7 days outside the camp.
No, then he comes into the Machna and stays 7 days out of his house, out of the Some say means the house. The Gemara says that it means he can't have relations with his wife.
Mhm.
That's Achos La'olah. But then he shaves the second time and then he brings the Karbanos.
And then
There's Karbanos over there.
But that's
So,
after he's.
That's after the shaving.
We already have that.
No,
That's
I think
right,
it's-
that was
you
before.
talked about the final Mitzorah and the Tumah.
Let's see the answer. Amalahen. So they ask, why doesn't it count? Why doesn't Nazir Tame able to use his haircut together with the haircut of the Mitzorah? If both of them would be before the mikvah, means both of them are supposed to come to the mikvah. Both the Nazir Tame,
Is mikvah.
Biasmaim, because it means going into the mikvah, right? Rachatz B'mayim is called B'savah. He's supposed to go to the mikvah. So if both of them would be in the same nature, both of them are before the mikvah, or you could throw in both of them after the mikvah, they'd be the same. Yafatam Omei, and they'd be right. Ella Tame La'achar Biasmayim, Mitzorah, Lefnei Biasmayim. The Tame, the person who was Tame Mace, he doesn't take the haircut until after he goes to the mikvah. On the 3rd and 7th day, he gets sprinkled. He also goes to the mikvah, and then he takes the haircut. But the Mitzorah takes the haircut before he immerses in the mikvah. So there's a difference again.
All these are to show that you can't compare them, and that's why you can't have this.
Right, there's different. The Chaim Dov used the word nature, has different nature. The fact that they have these differences shows that's a different nature of a haircut.
Mhm.
He's not saying the previous why that is. Maybe Shemai Chai would tell us the Kabbalah behind it, but he doesn't say it. Just says that has a different nature. Since it has different nature, each haircut is different. That's the 3rd question that they asked. Amrulo, they told him, Yafa Marta Shalotalo Loli Meisfiro Ulanaziguso. He told us good that it shouldn't count. Oh, this is the second one. There they say, now there's a problem here. They take the rest of it out now. They say that the rest of it now is a different Gersa. As we can stop here. I mean, stop, we'll continue, but all this till the bottom, They say that it's a different version of the same thing over again.
The whole thing from Amrei.
Yeah, so put this in parentheses,
Where?
To
till the
of
bottom,
page.
till the bottom of the page.
Okay.
In other words, it's a reiteration
It's a different gear, sir.
or different years.
That's what they seem to say. They seem to say it's a different gear, sir. Till the end of the page.
But it's
Oh.
also going to show the different nature of it.
Right, they also, it says the same thing over again in different
Mhm.
words. And then the top of the page really is the same thing over again, but it
it's
says, somebody else said it in short. Here said over a brisa. The difference of nature is going to be if it's before the mikvah, after the mikvah, if it's before the korban, after the korban. Before we start another difference also, if it's the purpose of taking away the hair or that the hair should grow, becoming hair. Three differences that we said, and how come they're not the same kind of a haircut? Good.
Mhm.
Nugamar. The Mishnah said that the Mitzora's haircut, if it's a vadai, it overrides the Isser of a Nazir to take a haircut. But if it's only a suffix Mitzorah, then he wouldn't be allowed to take a haircut. That's why we have to wait 30, because he wasn't allowed to take a haircut right away because only was a suffix Mitzorah. If he'd be a vadai Mitzorah, then he'd be allowed to take a haircut right away. Hani arba tiglachios to kama mishum mitzvah or mishum avurei seya tuma. So it's a strange, I mean, it's a hard, difficult way to express it, but the Gemara's question is tiglachas tuma. Tiglachas tuma, we had 4 cases. We had a tiglachas mitzorah first time, tiglachas mitzorah the second time. We had also, of course, the regular Nazir, Torah, that has to shave his hair, cut his hair. And the question was, is the tiglachas tuma. The Gemara is only focusing on one of the 4 haircuts that we're talking about. I say haircut. Yeah, haircut. Not a head cut, a haircut. Sometimes it's a mitzvah, the whole body. So the question the Gemara is focusing on is the haircut that the Nazir Tameh cuts his hair, like it says in the pasuk, that the Nazir Tameh, what does it say? So he brings his karbanos. He sprinkles with the ashes of the paraduma 3rd and 7th day, and he shaves his head. The Nazir Tameh has to cut his hair. So I think we had to question ourselves when we learned the whole time: is there any mitzvah? It says in the Torah it's supposed to cut his hair, tiglachas tumah, but is it a kind of a tiglachas, or it's just to get rid of the hair? It's only technicality. I would have thought, like I remember Pama suggesting, that the haircut of the Nazir Tameh is not a real mitzvah haircut. It's just the technicality to get rid of that hair. That hair doesn't count. Start again, start the clock again, and get rid of the hair. So the way he expresses himself is, these 4, are they for a mitzvah, or is just get rid of the hair?
So why does it say tiglachas and nega?
What are you holding?
The two
This
dots.
is going on you're really right, that this is just the Dibra, it's from back to the Mishnah, right? It always gives it.
It's in the Mishnah. It
It's in the
says
Mishnah.
nega?
Tiglachas hanega is docha. It's on the page, Nun Test 59b, 3 lines from the bottom.
Oh, I
Tiglachas
was looking at the
hanega,
wrong Mishnah. Okay.
tiglachas hanega docha, tiglachas hanozer b'man shu badai, b'man shu suffik in the docha. That the Mitzvah's haircut overrides the mitzvah of the Mitzvah's haircut overrides the Isser of the Nazir's haircut. Only when it's a Valei Mitzvah. But you're right that is the Gemara's gonna bring this part of the Mishnah? Let's see. So I don't know. I really you're right. I don't know. You're right. I would erase it. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Gemara's question coming up. So
it has to do with
but then we'll see.
shaving the hair for.
But yeah, we'll see which part the Mishnah is going to bring. So if you want, we may erase this. I think you can erase that. Okay. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the question. So Avrohom's question was, are all 4 a mitzvah or not? I would have thought to ask simple, is the tiglachas tumah a mitzvah or not? That's the only one I asked a question about. The other ones, the mitzvah for was a mitzvah, and the first and second, and also the Nazir Torah for sure a mitzvah. The question is the tiglachas tumah. Is the tiglachas
We
tumah?
already have drushes that it has to be.
Which one?
We have
That one.
drushes that it has to be done with the time.
Which one? Tiglachas tumah?
No.
The other ones.
Yeah.
Yes, so those are for sure mitzvah. So
Yeah,
the
but
Gemara's
if
only
it's written
question.
in the Torah has not a mitzvah, isn't it?
No, it could be that it's only a technicality, that he has to get rid of his hair in order to start it over again. But So he has to cut off his hair because everything stops. So cut that hair. That's not good. Put in the garbage and start again. So the purpose of removing the hair is only in order to be able to start again. So I would think that it's not a mitzvah. I would have thought it's not a mitzvah. And that's why Avrahom's question: are all four a mitzvah, or is it just to get rid of the hair of tumah? Which it's interesting how he asked the question because he's not asking on all four. He's only asking about one. So what?
You're saying it's the fourth one.
The third is really the third one.
Okay.
So they say that it means are all four a mitzvah? Are all four a mitzvah? Or is the one of tumah not a mitzvah? It's just to get rid of the tumah here.
I see, okay.
The mind after mina lavure v'nisho. I think it's how you pronounce it. Are you allowed to remove the hair with a hair removal? I forgot the name still. The pilatory, the lipatory.
What?
A hair removal cream.
Oh, I see.
Hair removal cream.
Yeah.
So could you use cream? Or it has to be dafka, like we said, with a razor, and it has to be with halacha. Yeah, I'm
Talking about the tumor.
the tumor haircut. The Nazir tummy, the glachas tumah they call it. Yeah, I'm a mitzvah. If it's a mitzvah haircut, then you can't use a cream hair remover. The iyam and mishum avuri say tumah. If it's only to get rid of that tummy hair, even to use a cream remover also would be permissible. What do you say? Is it a mitzvah? The glachas tumah is a mitzvah or not? I think we said a couple of times that it is a mitzvah, but the Gemara is here questioning it. Amar Rav Tashma, Omagalech Arba Taglachios, Isal Gedaitach Mishum Avurei Seyor Tuma, Afilu B'Shalosh Nami Sagya. Sagile, Shmamina, Mishum Mitzvah, Shmamina. It says he has to cut his hair 4 times. If it would only be a technicality to get rid of the hair, it would have been enough 3 times. What do? We say the 4 times is going to be the first 2 times because maybe he's a mitzvah. And then the 3rd time is because maybe he's a Nazir Tameh. Then the 4th time is that Nazir Toha. And the Gemara is asking that what? That the Nazir should have been enough to cut his hair 3 times. Why is that? That when he cuts his hair.
Because if it weren't part of the mitzvah, it wouldn't say 4. Isn't that what we're saying?
What do we want that he should do? What does the Gemara mean? What should we do? How
It
should we
says
have done?
4 times, it means
Right.
they must all be a mitzvah.
Or else it wouldn't have said to cut his hair. It wouldn't have been a mitzvah. Of course, he has to get rid of the hair,
But he got rid of it after the tzaras.
but he has to now have it to glachas tumah. He doesn't have to even have the glachas tumah.
Doesn't have hair.
He doesn't have hair, and he became tumah. He became
waited-
Torah.
He waited the time.
He went to the mikvah and he's tummy mace. He's able to get out of the tzaras. He's able to get out of the tummy mace. He waited 7 days, 3rd and 7th, and now he has no hair. So the Gemara, the Rishonim asked that, but the reason why you guys can't continue is because maybe he is a Nazir Tohar. Each time he's wait 30. Why? Because maybe he's not tummy. Maybe he's a Tohar. So he'd have to wait. The way you're asking the question, I don't see the answer. If you want that, he should just do the Nazirus of Tara now. Then there's no answer to your question. It seems that that's the question. The Gemara wants that he just shouldn't have to take a haircut. He should just be able to have hair. You want he shouldn't even have hair. It's okay after the 60 days.
He got rid of him with the second mitzvah to glachas. He got rid of his hair.
And he should just go on and have with the tumah and not Nazirus Tara right away.
And what, not do the
That seems that wasn't the Gemara's question because then the answer then the Gemara wouldn't answer it. Let's see the Gemara's
I'm not getting your
question. The Gemara is asking. Gemara seems to. I'm not sure what the Gemara's proof is. The Gemara says that he says 4 haircuts. The fact that it says
I mean,
a
before
haircut.
this,
The fact that it says
Question was, are they
haircut,
all a-
mitzvah or not. So what's the answer?
It said 4, and that must mean they're all a mitzvah.
So I don't see the proof then because the Torah also says he should take a haircut. The Torah says he should take a haircut.
When it's talking about the tumor.
but
Yeah,
maybe the
it said,
mitzvah
no,
called
that's
it
2 times.
tiglachas.
The fact that the Mishnah calls it.
Oh,
Tiglachas.
So the fact that the Torah calls it a teglachas.
no, because maybe then if it said 3 times, you would know that time when it said to take it, it's not a mitzvah, it's just, I see. If it says to take it, it means, but.
So I've listened to saying that he shouldn't have to do anything. He takes care of the 2 haircuts of the mitzvah, and now let him go straight into the Nazirus Tara because the Nazirus Tumah is no Nazirus, no Tiglachas Tumah. It's just get rid of your Tumah. Thomas Mace. He got rid of his Thomas Mace. I don't have any here. He doesn't have any here. But then I don't know what the Gemara's
Just
answer.
took it before, we said you can't, it doesn't work for both.
And that's what the Gemara is saying, that it's the mitzvah. And you're happy that's what the Gemara means. I said, I have no comment. You're saying that's what the Gemara's answer is?
No, the took it before, we said it doesn't work for both, so then my shot is.
No, because the Gemara before was saying that doesn't work for both. Because there's a mitzvah to have a haircut. If it wouldn't be a mitzvah to take a haircut, then it would work for both. There's no stiglachas then. I don't think the Rishonim said that. Let me just see a second. I'll come back tomorrow to see if where's the rush over here? Tashma here, the first line. Tashma megalech dal teglachas. Emina mishma v'rein nesha the gimel sagi. Maver ibor seyor shoylo b'shah shenitma. He got rid of the hair that he had when he was tummy. So the Rosh has the kasha. I forgot the teglachas shlicha sika was fucking nami with teglachas Nazir toha. She tzvicha ta. You can mock him. So that's the kasha. Your kasha, according to you, his kasha doesn't make sense. If you're saying the Gemara's answer is that he shouldn't have to have 120 days, it should have been enough for 90 days. So then the Rosh's kasha doesn't fit. So maybe I misunderstood, or we can mock him. Allah said teglachas toha tzvicha ta. Mishim Safik Nazir told the said tzvicha giluah. Okay, I don't get it. He doesn't seem to learn like that. I'll just say from listening to Pshat, and we'll come back tomorrow if anybody has.
I just thought maybe that's.
Yeah, it sounds. I know. I'm listening saying that the Gemara means to say that he shouldn't have to have 120 days. So in other words, shouldn't have to have 4 times 30, 60, 90, 120. It should have been enough 90 because he does 60 days in order to get rid of the mitzvah problem. And then the tummy problem is not a problem because he came to her and he has no hair. So go on to the regular, the whole thing of a teglachas tumah. No saying it's a teglachas tumah. It's just technically not to have any hair on his tummy. So that's what says that. I'm saying tentatively. So if it's enough just to get rid of the hair, so it doesn't have any hair. So three times should be good enough because he does the first 2 for the mitzvah and the tumah is over already also. And now he should be able to go on to the Nazir Tara. Must be that there is a mitzvah of teglachas tumah, and as all the halachas, it has to be done with a tar. Also, he is supposed to have a teglachas tumah also. That's all I prepared. I didn't see the words even later, so stop here. Okay, the fact that we're starting 10 o'clock, so it makes the preparation less. So we're losing out.